guys, my name is Reemer, and today we're gonna be doing something a little different. Not that different, but still kind of different. And I just remembered something, guys. I forgot to do something. There, I fixed it. I forgot to put my goddamn lighting. I just realized I looked at myself and I was like, what kind of blind? Okay, anyways, today, y'all know something called a wattpad over here. This WATTPAT W. And I was like, I want to do like something that's reading, I guess, cause yeah, I still read manga, but it's like it's romance and isekai, and I was like, what about putting Todoroki? What about putting our goddamn loved boy Todoroki times me? Or times you guys? It's times me. So, times X, whatever. But like, I was like looking up so damn much, and I was like, at first I made myself an account. My face is on there, and you guys know why? Because that's literally my school ID. I mean school Gmail, but by that I mean I use my Gmail as my school Gmail. So yeah, basically. And I gotta put my goddamn face on it because they're like, that's not your Gmail, even though it like says your name on it. Stupid. Anyways, so today I was like, I don't know. There was so much. And I was like, my friend was like, you should try doing some wattpad shit. And I was like, what do you mean wattpad shit? He was like, don't you know what wattpad? I was like, yeah, I know, it's where people write things, or there's books for you to read, and there's so much there. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I don't know how this is gonna go. Actually, this is completed right here. Academia plus Ultra. What the fuck's... I'm too innocent for this. I have been abused by her parents and forced into harmful and intense training that completely drained her. Eventually, she grew quite used to the lack of care from everyone and started to train on her own, hoping to become a hero. She enters UA after years and years of training. Yo, and if you have not fucking watched My Hero Academia, I recommend for you to not watch this and go watch another video. Probably not mine, but some other video, because honestly, there's gonna be some spoilers. Both Todoroki and me, and Ashley here, isolated themselves at first, but can a simple touch melt his ice heart? And Todoroki, you look beautiful. So there's a million of you children out there reading such things, and I'm here participating. Point of view. This is my point of view. So my name's Ashley. I just realized I said my name in camera. Okay, I don't care. I'm not even gonna take that out. I jogged into the halls of UA, tugging down the short skirt. Wait, what? Okay, I'm not even gonna question it. I really didn't like it. I slowly looked up at the huge doors labeled A1. I sucked in a deep breath, as always, and opened it. Yeah. Lydia almost immediately ran up to me, making hand motions and telling me about how I was late and how I looked exhausted. Damn. What's this? Sorry, babe. That's cute. That's cute. I'm 5 minutes early. Chill out. Also, for your information, I got some sleep. I said bluntly and started to walk away. I'm calling her Lydia, I guess. Lydia popped up in front of me and tried to continue his lecture, but I cut him off, not wanting to listen to it. I told you I'm fine. I can take care of myself. I said, walking to my seat in the bag next to Todoroki. Yeah, just so you guys know, I'm actually not into Todoroki. I'm into the Bakugo. Oi, oi, oi. Seriously, I love that song. He respected my privacy, at least. That's what I love about dear Todoroki. I'm not into him, but I love that he's such chill dude. Seriously. Did you get any sleep last night? Todoroki asked from beside me. I sucked in a deep breath and looked at him. Todoroki, I don't know what side you're on, but like, let's pretend he said that. Forcing a smile onto my face. Probably not that kind of face. I'll probably be like, enough sleep for me. Stop asking. Seriously, Todoroki. I swear, I literally, like, I'm guessing it's Bakugo over there. I said, trying not to be rude, but I honestly was not up for personal health questions. I feel like that's everybody nowadays. I don't care. Jeez. He didn't reply, instead looked forward. I feel bad. I sighed. I lowered my head to the desk. I can't do that, my keyboard is right there. Well, let's pretend I do. Bonk. Anyways, I gently stroked my hair with my hand. Todoroki, look at me. Trying to calm myself down and maybe regain my energy. Regain energy. I groaned as I heard Mr. Aizawa talking about what today's lesson is. Nobody cares, Aizawa, even though some people like you, but yeah. With your hair tied back, because otherwise you look like a homeless person working in a school. I lazily closed my eyes, feeling myself drift off, like... I feel like if you're the student that literally just drifts off into sleep, you'll end up next to someone's shoulder if you're sitting next to somebody, or you're gonna fall down to the floor. Seriously, that happened to me. I'm sure Mr. Aizawa won't mind if I sleep 5 minutes or something. Wait, this is Todoroki's point of view. Okay. I watched as everyone filtered out the classroom, then looked over at Ashley, who had fallen asleep during class. She definitely lied when she said she had gotten enough sleep, because she passed out in a matter of seconds, her hands still resting on her head. Wait, now that I realize something, guys, you guys can't even see my account, so I'm gonna switch my shit over here. You guys can see that now. It's already right here with my face on it because I thought I had it. Anyways, let's go back because I don't like my face there. I like the right side, I don't like the left side. Okay, I hesitated a second before slowly... I feel bad for whoever was so into it and I just fucked that up. I hesitated a second before slowly grabbing her shoulder. She moaned softly and snuggled her face into her arm. I squeezed her shoulder and she slowly peeled her eyes open. She jumped slightly when she saw me. Then she groaned, standing up. Why? She said. I looked down at her. She was the shortest of the class, if Mineta didn't exist. Wait. I'm 5'1". How tall is Todoroki now? Think about it. How tall is Todoroki in feet? Yes, in feet. How tall are you, sir? I'm 5'1". How can you call me the shortest? Man, oh, he's a Capricorn. No wonder he's kind of chill. Damn, I am offended because it called me the shortest one if Mineta wasn't there, but it's kind of short because I am. I'm literally 5'1". You fell asleep. It's lunchtime now. He'll be doing some practice after lunch, I said. She groaned again, but this time quieter. I feel like I'm the fucked up bitch that nobody wants to talk to. Are you okay? I asked. She looked up at me. What the fuck is her beautiful eyes? I don't know. Someone please tell me in the comments what that is. Eyes flashing at me. I'm fine, she insisted. Her arms dropped to her sides. Like this. I nodded and she started to walk out. I could hear her yawn and start to walk behind me. This is not the first time I had to wake her up. Ashley's pop. Yeah. Okay. I yawned and followed Todoroki out of the classroom. He looked back, opening his mouth to say something, but closed it and turned back around. I'm not stalking you. We are just going to the same place, so don't find this creepy. Senpai? I said, and he nodded. Maybe it wasn't necessary, but maybe it was. I just didn't want him to think I was being a creep or something like that. Okay, that's understandable. We walked into the lunchroom, and I hissed through my teeth. Seeing all those people, I slowly walked to the table consisting of, well, nobody. Because I'm alone there. How are you gonna practice like that? Uraraka asked, sitting next to me. I jolted slightly. I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. But as most squeak, she got up. I'll leave you alone, she said cheerfully, and bounced off to sit next to Light and I'll leave you alone. I feel like that would be a freaking Uraraka. Todoroki slid into the seat across from me. I looked at him with a sigh. Todoroki. Really, Todoroki? Why are you sitting there? I asked firmly. He shrugged his shoulders. Like, oh well. It's less crowded, he said. I let out a smile. As Todoroki ate his food, I couldn't help but to stare at the burn around his left eye. Just realized this. The Todoroki thing right here looks way better than Deku being a weirdo right now. When did you get that? I said, pointing at it. When did you get that? He didn't answer, so I left him alone. Nothing that he didn't want to talk about. Okay. I dropped my head to the table, my forehead banging against the table. I could feel Todoroki's eyes burning into the head. Into the head? Into my head or his head? Maybe if I hit my head hard enough on the table, I'll die. I said lazily. Maybe if I hit my head hard enough on the table, I'll die. Your power can be very useful, and you yourself are strong. It would be surely a great loss. Todoroki, you're telling me you want to marry me? I lifted my head, narrowing my eyes, not being able to tell if he was joking or not. Seriously, I wouldn't be able to either. Like, you telling me you love me, or you telling me you want me to work for you? Go get on your costume. We'll be training really soon, he said, turning back around and walking to the trash can. Yikes. I said, walking to the girls' changing room, down the hall. I opened the door, grabbing my costume out of its case. I started to take off my shirt, but held it over my chest when I heard the door open. I don't know if you guys can see that. Wait, I want to see if you guys can see that. Oh wait, you guys can't. Great. Literally, this is all you can see. Beautiful. Beautiful. I turned around to see Momo, and I rolled my eyes. I really didn't like her. She's such a snob sometimes. Really? I like her. I was soon removing my shirt and pants and looking at my costume. It was simply a dark blue bodysuit. Okay, that looks like every... Okay, no. I don't want a purple one. Remember. It was simply a violet bodysuit. It didn't restrict my movements due to its thinness, but it was very tight. And we ain't thick, so it makes make us look like a stick. I signed as I slipped it on, walking out, and then waited for everyone else to meet up again. I crossed my arms as I got off the bus. I suddenly didn't get any more sleep due to Bakugo yelling about how he is going to beat whoever stands in his way of being the best. Mr. Aizawa stood in front of us. That's what I like about Bakugo. I'm supposed to like Todoroki. We will make groups consisting of 2 heroes, 1 villain and 1 victim. First group is going to be Todoroki. Ashley, Bakugo, and lastly Mineta. He said, my brows furrowed as I looked over at Bakugo. I'm going to crush you like little. Bakugo started yelling angrily at me, and Todoroki and I tried to use my quirk, but I couldn't. I looked over at Mr. Aizawa, whose black hair was raised as it usually does when he raises quirks. Ah, save it for later, he commanded, and I nodded. Wait, what's my quirk? What's my quirk? Now that I think about it. Yo, why didn't you make me remind me, Reemer, remember this. You're supposed to have a quirk. God damn. He stopped his erasing of my quirk and his hair dropped. Two heroes, Todoroki and Ashley, will find the villain Bakugo somewhere in the city. The villain and victim know of a spot they will meet up that you don't know of. You heroes will capture the villain and protect the victim. Why would we protect Mineta? Okay. The victim is able to fight while the heroes are on their way. That's it. You will be watched by your classmates as they wait for their turn. Make a good impression, he said. But I was more focused on Todoroki, who stared at me. Todoroki's looking at me? Really? Senpai, you're really looking at me. I'm surprised. Not really. Part 2, guys. I don't know how long this is, but we can read until 6. So we got like an hour. Todoroki examined me. While he examining me, you think I'm high with this violet bodysuit? Bakugo and Mineta headed into the city structure, and me and Todoroki finally decided to say something as everyone left to watch. I think we'll be able to find Bakugo easily, knowing him. He will most likely be making large explosions. We can find him by the smoke. I bet he won't think of your quirk and focus on me instead. Since I have a quirk that is mostly used in combat. I will teleport behind him and get his guard down. I will freeze him in that time. You protect Mineta and I will keep Bakugo contained. Got it? Todoroki said, looking down at me. Why are you looking at my face right here? Oh, that hurt. Why are you looking down? I nodded and the alarm started signaling for us to come in. We both quickly ran into the city, slowing down once we saw smoke to the right. I would have smacked Bakugo and be like, whoop. Wow, I wonder who's under that smoke, I sarcastically said. Todoroki didn't answer and just started heading in that direction and started jogging to keep up with him. I can't run fast. I'm literally 5'1". You're literally about to be 6 feet tall if you could tree. Wait up for me, bitch. After a few minutes of jogging, we were practically in the smoke. Boy. He stopped abruptly, causing me to run straight into Todoroki's back. Wait, would I bump into Todoroki's back or his freaking butt? Is that just me? Is that my question? Wait, he has a long torso or long legs. Okay, he has long legs. I almost yelled out of shock, but he turned around and covered my mouth. His reaction was as quick as a stray cat. He put a finger to his lips and signaled for me to stay back. Okay, I will stay here. Good luck, Todoroki. I wish you good luck. I nodded and Todoroki pulled his hand away from my mouth, running into the alleyway containing the smoke. Where's the girl? Canadian flag. Did he call him Canadian? Man, that's a great comparison. I heard Bakugo yell. In the explosion, I could see an ice wall form, peeking over some of the shorter buildings. Meep. More explosions. Fire, ice, silence. I like the silence. Good job, Todoroki, I whispered under my breath, and I then closed my eyes, teleporting. Oh wait, so my quirk is teleportation. Ooh, that seems kind of cool. I would have loved being able to fly. I ended up behind Bakugo like I had planned. I mentally have myself mentally mentally because I can't be like, high five. And what happened? My phone vibrated. have myself a high five. I'm right here, I purred, teasing him. He quickly raised his hand to try and bless me, but I teleported again, this time behind Todoroki. Mineta is right here. Take care of him. Todoroki commanded quickly, freezing the ground. Wait, is there supposed to be... Oh. Ground and Bakugo all the way to his neck, so he couldn't blast the eyes off of him. I looked at Mineta, who had blood all over his face. I sat down, laying Mineta's head in my lap. He let out a perverted giggle. It slowly gave me a thumbs up. Literally, Mineta was like... And then a thumbs up, literally. Let's look up the good one. This is Mineta right here. Me seeing this from the... That's ew. Ew. Shut up, I have to protect you, I hissed. I took out a tissue from the pocket of my costume and started wiping the blood off his face. Why do you bring tissues with you? Mineta questioned. I looked down at him before wiping his face harder. You people are filthy pigs, I said, and put the blood covered tissue in my pocket again. Ashley, we got him. Let's go. I'll carry Mineta. Thank you. I appreciate you. I like how my voice is getting so deep. Woo. Todoroki said, and I shook my head. You don't have... I started, but Mineta cut me off, staring up at me. I wonder how soft you're... So he started, but I smacked him, causing him to shut up. Shut up. I don't have titties. I will not be soft. Take this creep, I said, cutting Mineta's little comment off with disgust. Todoroki took Mineta off my lap. Todoroki, you should go. I'll be here for a second, I said, feeling my stomach hurt. It was not a good sign. Why? They will be confused if you aren't with me, Todoroki said. I suddenly leaned over to the side, throwing up my breakfast. Anorexia? I gagged slightly, pulling away from the puddle of puke. Todoroki bent down next to me. Are you okay? Todoroki asked. Oh, wait, oops. I started to nod, but slowly felt my head start to pound. A normal symptom after using my quirk. Oh. Yet I usually didn't feel sick after using it, so it was kind of new. I grabbed my head, shutting my eyes tightly. I then felt myself falling out of consciousness. Todoroki's point of view. Ashley held her head, closing her eyes. She was all shaky. On top of that, her hand suddenly dropped from her head, falling on her lap. I put Mineta down and looked at him. He stared at Ashley, who had fainted. Can you walk on your own? She is unconscious, I asked him. He nodded, and I started to pick up Ashley, bridal style. Y'all imagining it? I groaned softly as I exited the alleyway, looking down at her as I walked. Some puke was still left around her mouth. Why did you notice that? No! That would have been horrible if that was real life. But I stopped abruptly, raising my head. Bakugo, I didn't unfreeze Bakugo. Stay here, I said, and I walked back into the alleyway. Bakugo immediately started ranting. That was such a stupid mistake, leaving me behind. Imagine I was the real villain, and what's with that girl throwing up and then fainting after teleporting like 2 times? He said, and I put my hand to the ice until it melted. I had to admit, it was kind of awkward while I held Ashley. Just carrying some random child. Just I couldn't just put her down on the ground. I just didn't feel it was right. It was right. I didn't respond. Fuck you, Bakugo. I'm sorry, Bakugo. I love you. I didn't even know the answer to that. She doesn't usually do that. The only thing she would get is a headache if she teleported a lot in a short time span. Ooh. Bakugo practically leaped out of the ice and started speed walking ahead of me. I sighed and tried not to look down at Ashley too much. Why? Why would you not look at me? I'm literally like dead. Like check up on me. Ashley's pop here again because why not? I woke up in the dorm building. I groaned softly, rolling over into my stomach, but I didn't land where I expected. I landed straight onto the floor. The floor. The floor. The floor. The flora. The floor. El piso. There, we're done. I laid there for a second, my face pressed against the floor. I didn't even remember going back to the dorm building and falling asleep. I was rarely out of my dorm room, so I found everything really strange. Are you okay? I heard someone ask. I could feel a shiver run straight down my spine. I jumped onto only to see Deku awkwardly standing in front of me. When am I not? I said and pushed myself up from the floor. Leaning back against the couch, I jumped when I saw everyone sitting down and talking. Why am I even out here? I seriously hate all of you. I said, mumbling. The last part so no one heard me. Why am I even out here? I seriously hate all of you. Seriously. Well, you threw up and fainted after training, so Todoroki said that we should just let you sleep. So he carried you back here. Deku said, a hint of awkwardness in his voice. He's always awkward. I sighed. Lydia put his arm to my forehead. If looks could kill, he would be dead the moment he ever got near me. I pulled away, slapping his arm. Ow! Don't touch me, disgusting peasant, I said, standing up. I could see Todoroki out of the corner of my eyes, staring at the wall. But your forehead is boiling hot. You shouldn't. I got COVID. Fuck you. Okay. Lydia started his lecture, yet I was fed up with it. Shut up. None of you should worry about me. I have full control of myself. I seriously don't, but fuck you. I said and looked over at Todoroki. I sucked in a breath before turning away from Lydia and walking towards him. He looked down at me. Thank you, I said bluntly, and I walked off to my dorm. Before he could answer, I opened the door and flopped onto my stomach on my bed. My body bounced up before falling back down. Why me, of all people? Why do I even try anymore? I said to myself. Self-drift off to that thought. I'm guessing, I don't like myself. Point 3. Point 3. This is actually extremely interesting, even for myself. Seriously. It's quite interesting. I was awoken by the beep of my alarm clock. I groaned, my hands fumbling over the buttons until it turned off. I rolled over, then kicked off my covers, letting them fall into the floor. I walked to my closet and pulled on my uniform. I practically leaped into the bathroom, looking at myself in the mirror for a second. Just a split second. There we go. I wasn't the most confident, so I rolled my eyes when I saw myself. Oh, never mind. Ugh. You are a disgusting human. I brushed my hair quickly, brushing my teeth. At the same time, wait. It's like that game when you rub your belly and you like pat your head, literally. I walked out of the bathroom, slipping on socks and shoes and rushing out the door. I teleported into the classroom of 1A, only to be met with weird stares. I shrugged at them, avoiding eye contact with everyone as I walked to my seat. Ashley, I heard someone say... I looked up to see Deku standing in front of my desk, holding his notebook and pencil. Do you mind if I ask a few questions about your quirk? He said, smiling. I have a simple nod. Shoot, I said. He flipped a few pages in his notebook, then looked down at me. How long can you teleport? I mean distance, he said. I thought for a second. Only a couple miles, probably 10 at the most. I can teleport further, but it causes some really bad headaches, and it may not be accurate. I said. Deku nodded and immediately started mumbling about my quirk and scribbling in his notebook like the weirdo he is. Thank you, he said cheerfully, and was soon tugged away by Uraraka. Yeet. Huh? I said out loud, watching Deku. He really is strong and smart, yet he always seemed so vulnerable, as if not expecting anything bad to happen. His power also kind of reminded me of All Might's. Todoroki, I have a question, I said, turning to Todoroki. He seemed shocked at first, but nodded as a signal to go on. Don't you think Deku seems like All Might's love child or something? Like this scenario I made right here. Like, I think Deku seems like All Might's love child or something. I asked. Todoroki's brows furrowed. They definitely have a connection of some sort, but it's not our business. He won't admit it anyways. He said, "Ooh, he knows. We know." Wait, there's a Dabi times Ryuden Lost Hero? Wait, that seems interesting for next chapter. I nodded, slumping in my chair. Mr. Aizawa walked in with his sleeping bag. Alright, we will be working in 2 groups for practice today. Basically a team battle. Whatever team that has everyone unable to fight or move has lost. Mr. Aizawa said and collapsed on the floor. Beautiful. Beautiful. I've seen it so many times, but it always makes me laugh. Seeing a teacher in a sleeping bag. It's not the most common thing in the world, but UA is a school full of oddballs. I think I fixed it. It's still hurting my eyes. Okay. The first team is Asui, Kaminari, Bakugo, Midoriya, Ashley, Takayami, Todoroki, Momo, and Kirishima. Mr. Aizawa announced. We all clumped together, and Mr. Aizawa pointed towards the rest of the people. And guys, I cannot have this. Wait, y'all, I have an idea. So you guys can see how I look so damn dark right now. Does this help? Oh, no, it doesn't help at all. Oh, I'll have to deal with something. My phone being in my face. And me getting a bunch of random messages. Okay, that's better. That was not better. Okay. Don't ask. Don't question it one bit. I look so much better like this, and I hate it because it hurts my eyes. Okay, the second team is Aoyami, Mina, Lydia, Uraraka, Oijiro, Shoji, Koda, Jiro, Seto, Toru, and Mineta. Mr. Aizawa said and nodded towards you to the left of us. Now go, recovery girl. We'll go take care of any injuries made in this battle. Any people unable to move or unconscious will be taken care of after. Mr. Aizawa said, and we stood on opposing sides. You may fight now, Mr. Aizawa said lazily. You may fight now. I almost immediately teleported behind Mineta. Why, hello, Mineta. Why, hello, Mineta. I purred behind him and shot a quick glare at Todoroki. He knew I would be depending on him in advance, so he froze the ground and Mineta in the blink of an eye. I had teleported behind Todoroki quickly, meanwhile searching for my next target. Todoroki and I are teammates. Thanks, I whispered to him, and he gave a quick nod. I looked at Seto. He caught my stare, shooting some tape in me in Todoroki's direction. I grabbed Todoroki's wrist, supporting us out of the way. He looked at me, his beautiful eyes slightly wide from the sudden touch. I touched him. Wait, what did I do? I'm sorry, I can only teleport other people with me through physical contact, I said, and Todoroki froze Seto. He was trying to take out Kirishima. Since Kirishima has a close-range combat, Seto was at a huge advantage, but he let his guard down too quickly and thought we wouldn't fight back. Kirishima smiled at Todoroki, giving him a thumbs up, yelling small things, and ran off to help Bakugo. I suddenly felt something wrap around my waist. I flew up into the air, staying there temporarily. I looked down to see Asui's tongue. Oh no! Asu, I can teleport, remember? I barked. She pointed towards a small puddle of white acid on the ground. Thanks. I sent teleported behind Todoroki. Hey, can we get Mina? She is not targeting me, I think. Asui had to save me. I asked him. He turned to me and nodded. I will wait for an opening. For the time being, I'm going to get Aoyama, Todoroki said. Alright, I said. I looked to the side, jumping when I saw a pile of clothes near me. Toru may be near. Be careful, alright? I need you, I said, teleporting next to Lydia. I was immediately shocked. Ga, Kaminari! I yelled, falling to my knees. Lydia looked down at me, ready to attack when he froze. Literally. Can you stand? I got Ayama, Mina, and now Lydia, Todoroki said, and I got up. I'm fine, I said, turning to Kaminari. He was being all stupid again, blood dripping from his nose. Kaminari, I'm sorry, protect yourself, be useful. Todoroki, let's go, I said, looking around. Momo had taken down Jiro already. Okay, that lonely yandere, I literally love this. I love it. I was suddenly knocked onto my stomach. I yelled a bit out of shock. It didn't hurt that much. I got up to see Ojiro behind me, completely frozen. Idiot, I said to myself. I looked over at Todoroki, who scanned the field. Toru and Shoji, that's all that's left. But now it's only Deku, Bakugo, and you and me. Todoroki said, looking down at me. Yeah, I can get Shoji and we can handle Toru after, I said awkwardly. He nodded. I teleported behind Shoji. He whipped around, trying to grab me. Oh geez, points for trying, I teased, teleporting behind Todoroki. Now, I said. Todoroki froze him. I ran over to Deku and Bakugo, touching both of their arms and teleporting us over to Todoroki. Why didn't you just touch me? What am I doing here? Bakugo yelled, touching his arm and gesturing wildly. Shut up. What's your name? Deku calls you Ka-chan, but... Huh? I think Ka-chan's your name, right? I said, but I knew his name. Of course I did. You little... he said, raising his arm to blast me. I teleported behind him, and smoke appeared in front of me. I shook my head and sighed. Seriously, Bakugo. Calm down, please. Chill out, I had to teleport you and Deku. We still don't have Toru. Kicking his back, causing him to fall into his stomach. He tried to get up, but I put my foot onto his back. Alright, Toru, Bakugo. Just blow up the whole field, like you always do, I said, lifting my foot off of him. Oh, my pleasure. Yeehaw, he said, pushing himself up and blasting all around the field. Suddenly he stopped. Why did you stop? Nigga, why'd you stop? I asked, though my question was answered when I looked up to the side. Mr. Isawa had erased Bakugo's quirk. He was already down, he said, making sure Bakugo understood, then stopped erasing his quirk. Sorry. I apologized. Bakugo opened his mouth to say something, but Kirishima cut him off. I could see him sitting on the ground, looking up at Bakugo. Now it's not time to start fights. Didn't know she was down either. You were blowing up the whole field, Kirishima said, smiling. Todoroki turned to me. Yes, keep looking at me, Todoroki. It's not your fault. Also, how are you feeling? Todoroki asked. I shrugged. I don't know how I feel. I don't have feelings. I'm emo. I don't have a heart. I don't have emotions. I just pretend. I feel fine. Yesterday was just strange. So Todoroki gave a nod of understanding. All that are injured, head over to Recovery Girl. All the people that are fine may head back to the classroom, Mr. Aizawa said, and walked off. I walked up to Deku. He looked down at me, awkwardness peppered across his face. You did good out there, I said, looking up at him. He seemed to loosen up a little bit. His cheeks turned a slight pink. Aww. Thanks. You did too. You and Todoroki are a really good team, he said cheerfully. I looked down at my feet, his small smile crossing my face. Yeah, I guess we are. Soulmate energy. Soulmate energy, true. Well, I think this is where we're gonna leave it off. Nah, I'm kidding, guys. We still got time. Okay, we're just gonna read this, and that's all. Thank you, that Leon there. This is really beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. And they're extremely interesting. Whoever has actually read this already, holy shit. Yeah, I guess we are. I said, and Deku pointed to the direction of the dorms. I'll be going now. I'll see you later, I'm guessing. Deku said, and like the dork he is, ran off. He is a dork. Kinda stupid. Huh? He's definitely a funny one, I said underneath my breath. I walked towards the dorm too. I planned on just hanging on until everyone got back. Okay. Okay, your point? I slid onto the couch with a small groan, putting my arm over my eyes. I could feel someone's presence near. Are you okay? You didn't still feel sick, do you? A slightly concerned voice said. I sat up, letting my arm fall to my side. I looked up at Deku, smiling. I'm fine, just tired. I said, and Deku nodded, his face a soft shade of pink, complementing the freckles sprinkled across his pale face. Yes, very pale. Very. Sorry for asking, he said frighteningly, waving his arm from side to side. You're good. It was sweet of you to ask, I said, trying to calm my body down. The boy down. My body. The boy down. He nodded and sat down on the couch next to me. So why do you want to be a hero? Deku asked, looking over at me. I looked down, biting on my lip. My parents have always pushed me the way too hard. At a very young age, and well, I want to show them I can be strong without them. I've always admired heroes, saving people, left and right, basically. I said, grip the material of my pants. Deku noticed this. Should I not have asked? He said, his voice gentle like he was approaching a hurt animal. Did you just call me an animal? Did you just call me a freaking animal? Because I am. It's fine. I've gone over it, I said, my voice coming to a soft whisper at the end. I really hadn't. It still hurt, knowing that they didn't give a crap about me. Okay, let's be honest on that. If parents don't give a shit about their children, it does hurt. It makes you kind of sad. It makes me kind of sad knowing there's still people out there like that. I shivered, pushing my hair out of my face and brushing the black hair, the long black hair, literally long black hair, strands behind my ear. I could feel some tears run down my cheeks. I got no tears, guys. Falling onto my pants. How did it not hit the teddy? She won't be okay. With all your yelling, she's antisocial, a monotone voice said. Covered my face, biting my lip, knowing who that voice belonged to. Dear Todoroki. I could feel the couch sink slightly as Todoroki sat next to me. You fat bitch. She doesn't seem like the type to cry. What did you do? Todoroki asked Deku. Deku put his hand behind his head uncomfortably. Well, I asked her about her past. Yeah, she started crying. Deku said nervously. Todoroki's eyes examined me. Okay, Ashley, I didn't know you were so fragile, but I know how you feel. We can talk about this in private, if you would like. Todoroki offered. I looked up at him. Okay. That's your room, I guess. Why were you out so long, anyway? Didn't get hurt, did you? I asked. He got up, shaking his head. No, but I had to unfreeze a lot of people. He said. I got up, and Todoroki led me to his room. He opened the door. He sat on his bed, and I sat next to him. He looked at me. One of his eyes had a dark gray, and the other the most beautiful shade of blue I have ever seen. I had really never noticed them. Same. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. I said softly, grabbing a tissue out of my pocket and wiping my tear-stained face until it felt dry again. I questioned, is it the same tissue we, cleaning Minetta's forehead with? It's fine. Even the heroes have to cry sometimes, I think. I think too. Awkwardness. Todoroki responded and nodded towards the trash can in the corner of his room. You can throw that away there. He said. I nodded and teleported over to the trash can, depositing the damn tissue into it, until reporting back onto the bed. Honestly, her power seems extremely useful now that I think about it. When I was young, my dad wanted me to surpass All Might, and he pushed me and pushed me. I was only 5, and while my siblings lived a normal life, I was training almost all day. My mother had tried to stop it, saying I was only 5 and he was pushing me way too hard. It was true, but he didn't want to believe it. It was too much for the son of number 2 hero. He wanted me to be stronger than All Might. So much that he forgot I was only a child. My body could handle it. My mother called my left side unbearable and poured boiling hot water on my face. That's where I got this. I think it's this side. Yeah, I think it's this side. Probably wrong. Todoroki said, gently touching the large burn on his left eye. I said I would never use my left side until Midoriya taught me something important. It was my power. Mine, not my father's. I only realized it when he said it. I was being stupid this whole time. But of course, I'm not going to be like my father. Use my power in my own way, and I will become a successful hero without his help. I will surpass him, even All Might. Todoroki said. You do know, Todoroki, that Deku is kind of main character. You're nothing like your father, Todoroki. I just want to say that. You may be his son, but all he cares about is being the top hero. That is your goal too, but you have a heart. You have the pure determination that isn't based off hate. You're amazing. You have made it so far. I only know that I've only known you since I got in, but I've seen you improve so much. I said. That was actually really inspirational, that lonely end there. That was beautiful. Todoroki gave me a soft smile, looking down at the ground. Yeah, thank you, he said. I looked at him. Don't thank me. I'm simply speaking the truth, which someone should have told you a long time ago if you were open about it. I said, returning the smile. Just bonk. Your past, it seemed to trouble you. You don't have to tell me, but what exactly is it? Todoroki being a sweetheart. Todoroki asked me, giving me a full option not to tell him. I sighed, taking a couple deep breaths. My mother and father pushed me so far. I threw up every time I used my quirk, sometimes even passing out. It's what happened yesterday. That's very rare. I was only a children's, so I was always their main focus. But not in a good way. They didn't care about me. I was simply a mistake that that big mistake that they decided to try and morph into who knows what. I eventually got my quirk together and started training on my own. I was both mentally and physically abused by the time I was 8. Yikes. I was really happy when we got dorms because I didn't get new scars and bruises every day at my home. My relationship with my parents is true. Hey, yikes. I'm sure the only reason they kept me is because I got stronger. And they think eventually I will become number 1 hero, and they may think that I will give credit to them, which I won't do if I succeed in becoming a top hero. I said, forcing a laugh to mask my pain at the end. I feel look at everybody trying to be top hero, but it's like not everybody gets to be top hero. I looked over at Todoroki's eyes wide. My eyes narrowed slightly. What? I asked, my voice soft. He looked down and then grabbed my arm, pulling it into his lap and pulling up my sleeve. Ashley. I looked up at him. His eyes locked with mine. Hi. I can tell that some of these scars are not from your parents. Don't ever try to lie. You cut yourself, Ashley. This is not healthy, especially for someone who wants to be a hero. Stop telling me that. It makes me feel bad. You know that, right? Todoroki said, pulling Miss Slave back down. I moved my arm away. One thing is that, no, I do not cut myself, but I do wear I do like long sleeves. I'm really hairy, so protection from all of them hairiness. Yeah, I know, but just because you know you're colorblind doesn't mean you can see the colors. I said, looking at the ground, I could feel his stare burn into my body. Fine, I admit it, I'm addicted, but the pain feels good. How do I quit this? I said, my voice coming down to a very audible whisper. Let me help you. Todoroki's gonna help me? Oh, can we have more weaknesses to our quirk? Bruh, I just had 4 dogs die. My dad wants to leave my family when my favorite Twitter people died and my grandpa died. This is all stuff. I don't think I'm fragile. I don't know what's going on with Sunny778 if you ever see this video. Okay, well, this is the end of this. So this would literally be Todoroki Times Reader by that lonely yandere. And we're stopping at part 5. So I know I said an hour more. I know I said an hour more. But get this, sweetie. I got animals to feed. And it's not that I have more time to edit or do anything. But anyways, I want to talk about something else since this is the end of the video. No, not everybody likes listening to shit at the beginning of the video. Me. This human right here. This human right here. She likes to watch what she's watching. She don't like people talking unless it's Reemer. Not shout out to him because he doesn't know me. and I know him, but he doesn't know me. It's not a relationship. It would be a friend relationship. I don't know. Anyways, I want to talk to you guys about something that I'm really impressed and happy about. To all my 8 subscribers. Yes, currently 8 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys subscribing. Really extremely appreciate it. Really love it. And please, if you guys would like to be part of my fam, probably not. Most likely not. You will probably not want to be in my family. Okay, sorry. I just realized my face really close to the camera. Wait. Oh, it's this one? Oh. I look really weird in front of the camera because I can't tell. The little light, there's a little light next to my camera, so when I look, so when I look at my camera, I look at the little light. I don't look at the camera, I'm here just looking at the little light. Okay, sorry, that was really creepy of me. Anyways, I hope you guys subscribe and enjoyed this beautiful video by that lonely yandere over there. Lonely night yandere. Yandere can. But anyways, yandere can over here. Thank you for making this beautiful thing. And wattpad lovers, might not be me yet. I am not a wattpad lover because I've only read like one wattpad thing. Anyways, hope you guys subscribe. My name is Reemer, and bye bye.